I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Yeah, I am the cream in the World Wrestling Federation.
Wait a minute, Frank.
And there is no doubt about it. Yeah, you Mean Gene Okerlund. You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Oh, wait a minute, though, Randy. I've got to ask you very seriously. Do you blame Mr. Jack Tunney, the distinguished president of the World Wrestling Federation, for Ricky Steamboat being the Intercontinental Champion today?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Outside interference, yeah. In my moment of glory. Yeah, now I'm living in a nightmare. And I am the cream. And now, not only the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt must fall, but the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Because Hulk Hogan, yeah, I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. This is your episode for 1/6/2019.
Yeah.
I am your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up? What is up?
Chilling, Merc. How you doing?
Yes, first cast of the actual New Year because we were like the day before the New Year, the last cast. So yeah, the first cast of 2019. I'm still writing 18.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to start with sad news, but since we didn't do it on the Wrestling Babble,
Yes,
I
we
just wanted to
forgot.
say rest in
sadly.
peace to Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yes.
Mean Baga. Woo! Gene.
Yeah, man. The voice of your wrestling, of your childhood. Like, he was the main voice of your wrestling.
Yes.
You knew his voice. You knew exactly who he was.
Multiple people have said a lot of people don't give him as much credit because, you know, he wasn't a wrestler or anything, but like he really was the bridge between us and the wrestlers.
Yes,
because he's the one that held the microphone and let those people go crazy. You know what I mean? There's some of my favorite backstage interviews are with Macho Man, and it's just Mean Gene. Instead of curbing Macho Man's insanity, he just asks him questions and is like, "What do you mean by the cream of the crop?" You know what I'm saying? Like just all the stuff that he just the tangents. Like
Yeah.
And I love when Mean Gene will get an attitude with somebody when they try to come incorrect at him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got so many different facets to his personality to just be the guy holding the microphone, and it's awesome. And there were so many commercials. Like somebody reminded me of the Toys R Us commercials that he did the voiceovers for.
Yeah,
involving the toys. Yeah, like it was so much stuff, dude.
So
much stuff.
WCW.
But I will say, one of my favorite parts of WCW was him and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Because when there was that whole time period, I'm sure you remember when Ric Flair was going crazy.
Yeah.
And he was taking his clothes off in the ring and he was elbow dropping his shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
And Mean Gene was just standing there. He would stand there and just hold the mic and carry a conversation like it was normal. And Ric Flair's got no pants on. And it's just like, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah.
So, you know, oh man, just stuff like that I really will miss. I really will miss. That's one of the things I miss about wrestling today is that the commentators don't really quite have that.
Nah, they're very robotic.
You know, the ones that hold the mic now, they're very matter of fact and stuff. So that's kind of makes it sad. You know?
Yeah, Mean Gene was a personality as much as he was, like every wrestler was a personality. He had a distinct voice, a distinct look, and you knew who he was. Like you always knew who Gene Okerlund was. Yeah, he'd be very missed. He was a big voice back in the 80s, early 90s from wrestling, WCW and WWF. You're probably the voice of your childhood. So if you watched wrestling in the 80s and 90s, you knew who he was.
Yeah, you know exactly who he is by the cadence of his voice and everything. You know who that was.
Gene! And just how people talked to him and how he reacted. I think this Monday, Hulk Hogan's doing something for Mean Gene.
Like, not for nothing, we could be honest and say one of the most recognizable phrases in wrestling is, "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene." You know, it just is. It just is.
Exactly.
So, yes, R.I.P. Mean Gene. I believe he was 76.
Yep, he died of natural causes.
Okay, yeah.
He was old.
Gotcha.
The last really wrestling appearance he did was with the Legend House. He also did some little backstage hints here and there. But he also he was on the Edge and Christian show.
Yeah, I heard even recently he was doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he did like little sketch things. He also did like interview work with like for WWE videos, I guess like the history of wrestling or things like that. He'll probably be appearing on the network.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, tremendous body of work.
Yes.
And pretty much all of it is available to view. So if you're subscribed to the network, or you just go on YouTube, and just look up your favorite interviews with Mean Gene and somebody. I recommend Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man, Hogan, they both had really good ones with him. Andre the Giant
and Ric Flair.
He used to just pick on him.
Yes. He's the one when he put his hand in front of his face.
Yeah.
And his head was bigger than his head. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, you'll see a lot of classic things with Mean Gene Okerlund. I think WWE has a collection up. I could be wrong, but I think they did put a collection up of Mean Gene.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, everyone watch it.
Yes.
Savor it. It's great interviews, very great promos, and it takes you off of reality for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But yeah, he would be missed. He was very humble, very nice guy. I got to meet him a few times in wrestling cons, and he was always very genuine, very nice, and very friendly. Okay, so it was always nice meeting him. He was actually one of the first announcers to get an action figure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. For the LJNs.
Oh wow! Even for the old school, nice.
Mm-hmm. He was the only announcer to get a wrestling figure.
Nice.
So yeah,
well,
that's me from Mean Gene.
Yes. Pour one out.
Yeah, man.
Apparently, he liked him some martinis, so.
Yeah, man.
So if you got one, you know what to do. And we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have this podcast, the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. And that should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better I Swear podcast, as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you. So other than that, what you got, Mark? I heard you were talking about some new Ranger stuff.
So we were planning to do a remake of our first cast, which would be on my Morphin Power Rangers. We're gonna do a whole by season this time. We're gonna do season 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna really go in depth. We're gonna really try to get the characteristics and why they did certain things in these seasons. And I'm actually enjoying really watching it. Like I thought it was gonna be a chore, but I'm actually enjoying the original one because the original one was fun. It was fun show.
Yeah. I remember it just being very entertaining.
Yeah, so
maybe not deep. But
If you're into like Saved by the Bell-ish kind of stuff, then you will like Power Rangers in that sense. It's like the outside the suit kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bulk and Skull were funny. They actually will make you laugh.
Were.
And originally they were supposed to get a spin-off show too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, there was Bulk and Skull was supposed to get their own show.
But can I ask you a question? Because I know as time went on, they got rid of them, but they brought them back in like some other episodes, some other series.
They were there until Space.
And then, now what was the one? Didn't they come back for like the same one where Tommy came back? Like there were two old janitors or something like that?
Nah, Bulk came back as the uncle of Skull's son.
Okay.
And he took him in to learn to be a samurai and Power Ranger samurai.
Really? What?
But other than that, they were there for quite some time. I think they had it was the end of Space when they broke the Zordon thing.
What's that?
They appeared. So they broke Zordon's capsule. They destroyed
Oh.
Zordon and made everyone good, kind of thing.
Okay.
So during that time, I think that was the last time they appeared. There were monkeys for a little bit, and they were just did voice acting, and then there were cops. They did a lot of things. They were guys with multiple careers. I think Bulk was with the scientists in Lost Galaxy for a little bit,
Okay.
but that's the farthest I think they went.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, so going through these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, I think I did the first 12 episodes so far, and yeah, very Saved by the Bell-ish. Like everyone had this one during the time you actually had to be somewhat educational, so you had to kind of teach your morality and shit.
Did you have a favorite one of the first 12?
Of shows?
No, of the first 12. Did any one of them like hit you? Was this season, the first season? Did it have any of your favorite episodes?
I guess once it goes to the Green Ranger saga, I think that was probably my favorite one.
Okay.
Which I'm not there yet. I think it's episode 14 it starts.
Oh, so you're actually almost there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So one thing I noticed, and it's very visible if you actually really pay attention to it, is the Yellow Ranger is kind of taller than the blue and yellow and black Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Super Sentai, the Yellow Ranger was a dude. So they used the footage of Mighty Morphin and stuff like that. They stopped using the footage. They still use some of the footage, but not all of it. Like there was times that the American ones actually did the stunt work, and those are the ones you could tell Trini was in the suit, or Ashley at the time.
Okay.
But when the original one getting thing, you could tell the difference. Like the Yellow Ranger's pretty tall. And he had square chest and shit like that, and it's like, wow, that's a dude. You can tell that's a dude. But then again, this is not the first season that does it. There's quite a few seasons that the Yellow Ranger is a guy and is portrayed as a girl on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just funny. It's just funny because there's one scene clearly that they're all standing straight next to each other in the center in the suits, and you just see the Blue Ranger and the Yellow Ranger is just like about maybe like 4 inches taller than the Blue Ranger, and it's about the same height as the red, and then it's the black one is shorter and the pink one is shorter. So I was like, Jesus, y'all didn't even try.
You got platforms on.
Also, it was just good. I learned that Zach was a whiny little bitch.
Really?
Yeah, he whines so much in the show. I like Trini's characteristics as a character. I learned to like her what they made her as more. Same thing with Kimberly. She looked at Billy. He's pretty much Donatello in a way.
Yeah, he really was just a mad scientist.
It was funny because what I was saying to Tommy today, actually, I was like, what's funny is the fact that the two inventions that he did not fuck up on is luckily they did not fuck up on was the teleportation and the communicator.
Oh wow!
Because he's the one that created it, so him teleporting to go through the morphing grid and shit like that, there was no missteps. But everything else he built all had problems.
That's pretty funny.
So imagine that having a problem. Like someone comes halfway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, or two different people's bodies stuck together and shit.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that could have happened with that.
Oh man.
I'm learning Jason was pretty much like the Ryu of Power Rangers. Like all he did was train. That's all he did. He trained. Every episode he was training or he was teaching to train.
Nice.
So it's one of the two. He's pretty much the Ryu of Power Rangers. Without the bare feet.
He had a very, very defined personality.
Yeah. I need to train. I need to fight. I need to train.
So I guess that's why initially him and Tommy got along, right?
Yeah, because they both trained together.
Gotcha.
Tommy had a bit more personality than what Jason did in the beginning, but you knew who was the leader. You knew who was in charge.
Yeah, he was already stoic. Back then.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I'm having fun rewatching it. We'll be going back and revisiting the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah.
How many Hawaiian shirts does Ernie have?
So far, like 4.
Oh
See,
shit, they changed.
at least in this show, they did change their clothes. They didn't have the same outfit every day.
This is true. But, well, I know the 5
Yeah.
did, but at
No,
least
they
the other
didn't have.
characters.
No, they didn't have the same outfit every time.
No, I
They-
know they were the ones that changed, but like, did the story characters on the side change?
Yeah, Bokusko
Okay.
always had change. They always
Okay,
changed their
cool.
outfit a little bit. They always had a leather jacket on, but they changed their outfits here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But they always had their jackets on.
Yeah, I know they did.
But the Rangers themselves, they actually changed. They just always wore their colors.
Yes, they always had something with the color on it. Yep.
Yeah.
Which to this day, to be honest, I hate that and I love it because it's just like, God damn it! Don't the villains know who you are?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's more like it's more for the look of when kids watch it and they see that
Yeah.
they know who's who without.
It's
knowing.
the suspension of disbelief. I get that. Yeah.
That's pretty much the color thing all the way.
Mhm.
But at least they changed their clothes. They weren't funky.
They weren't just wearing the same shorts. Damn it, Trini, change your shorts.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh man. But yeah, I've been rewatching it. I'm enjoying it actually.
Does it hold up?
Voltron. Yes, it's fun. It's a fun series.
Okay.
I've been watching. I finished Voltron.
Oh, and that's what, season 8?
Yeah, I finished it. It took my heart. It made me sad.
Does it really close out
It closed
everything?
out. It closed
Okay.
out, and it does a really good job doing it. They do leave openings for something else afterwards, but for what it was, it had a strong ending.
Okay.
And it just made me sad.
Understandably so. It's a really good show.
Probably one of the best shows on Netflix. Everyone talk about Bird Box, and I talk about Voltron.
Okay. All right.
Like, oh, have you seen Bird Box? No, but have you seen Voltron?
Yeah, I don't know what that other thing is. I just know it
Yeah.
isn't it some blind lady.
Yeah, it's kind of like the quiet place where the people can't see shit or something like
Understood.
that. I wait till the hype goes down, then I'll watch it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I meant to talk about, speaking of things and the hype dying down. I know the hype's going back up because Avengers Infinity War was recently put up there for Christmas on Netflix. And so I had got to watch the first hour and change. No, about, okay, I think it was 50 minutes. I saw from the beginning until Thor steals the ship.
Yeah.
Thor and Rocket Raccoon take off with Groot. And let me just say, that movie thus far has so much personality in it.
Yeah.
Like, just Thanos beating the shit out of Hulk the way he does was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, why does Thanos have all those combinations? Jesus Christ. Can't he just, like, make a light beam come out of his fingers and Hulk's just on his knees or something? Like, whatever. All right, I guess sometimes he likes to whoop ass. You know what I mean? Like, when you have omnipotent power, you shouldn't have to lift your fingers. But I guess when you do, it's pretty funny. So that kind of made me laugh. And I think this is the first movie that I've seen thus far that they've made me believe in how good they can make absurdly powerful characters' moves look. And the destruction and the manipulation of just the elements and stuff, like I don't know the guy's name, the wizard looking guy, the initial bad guys,
Yeah,
the first two.
The Black Hand, the Black Order.
Yeah, the first two. And that guy that floats around and just uses his hands and stuff and things just happen. Like that entire scene with him fighting Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Just like that dude was fucking sick. And it's just in a way that's like nobody else has shit like that. Dude, I mean, up until that point, I don't know, I'm laxing on seeing the rest of the movie. I don't know why, but geez, that shit impressed the fuck out of me. Like for real. Like when he turned I think it was trees into spikes and like shot them at Iron Man.
Yeah.
No, Doctor Strange, excuse me. Just so much of the stuff, the way he just moved his hand and things was just like sliced in half. Like, jeez.
You're still watching You watched the first hour. You said hour. And
Yeah, it's the first hour.
you
It
still
was
got
basically you see it was like the first act. It really was because the way it ends is just like Thor leaves and then boom, and then it ended on the scene with fucking Gamora and Star-Lord having a kind of not tender but a personal moment, and just freaking what's his name? Not who's the character that Batista plays at the end?
Drac.
Drac is just standing there talking about he's invisible.
Yeah.
That shit cracked me up. That's really funny. That's like stuff like that. It gets me. So I know I'm gonna enjoy the rest of it, but I'm just hoping it doesn't turn too melodramatic. But like, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like the way you say you want to wait for the hype to die down for something. Like I kind of wanted to wait for the hype to die down for the movie, so I don't have to have too many people's opinions telling me, yes, this is awesome. Yes, this is awesome. I get it. Just let me watch it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a really good. I say that was my favorite movie of last year.
Okay.
Just what it did for every character.
And Thor is such a. I don't.
That whole scene was hilarious.
Yes, the way he talked to them, the way Star-Lord tried to puff up his chest and change his voice, and then they tried to. Are you mocking me? Are you like what? Why is Thor engaging in this?
He called Rocket the captain.
Oh my god, that's so good.
The rabbit.
it just angsty teen Groot. The worst.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's
real strong.
It's a really fun movie.
The movie opens real strong.
I plan to really fully rewatch it and get rid of it. Like I haven't watched it since I watched it in the theater, so it's me to sit down and really watch it again.
Yeah.
Just like that. I'll definitely watch it before Miss Captain Marvel comes out.
Okay.
That's in March, so.
All right, cool.
Yeah, great movie. It was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to pivot into some other stuff. I got an update on some sales, dog.
Yes, we like sales.
Well, first I want to hit y'all with some new PS4 games, just because I didn't even know this stuff was out. Apparently, Ace Combat 7 is out.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw the trailers of it.
So the deluxe edition and the standard edition is out, $60 and $85 respectively. Onimusha Warlords, which is the HDification of the old school. It's a PS2 game, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
That's $20 right off the bat, which is awesome.
And there's talks of the other sequels coming too, so I'm
Yeah.
I never played
2.
I never played 2 either.
See, yeah.
I played 1 and 3. I never played 2.
Yeah, I love 3, but I know that Jean Reno being in the game might tie it up with the rights, because I think that's the reason why it took so long to get 1 remade, was because it's a real person.
Yeah,
the actor.
It's that Japanese dude. Yeah, he was in the Returner.
And I didn't know, and I think that's why Lost Planet might have trouble, because they also were still using actors, and the main character from Lost Planet, he's a Korean actor, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And so from that whole era of them doing that, I think they have to get the licenses for each person.
Yeah, because Onimusha, the character, was pretty much him the whole the 2 games.
And if I'm not mistaken, the guy in part 2 is dead. The actor, I think he died in real life, so I'm not sure.
I know the first one and third one. The actor, he was.
Yeah, that's the same guy. Yes.
He was in the Returner and the House of Flying Daggers.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, he's a really big Japanese actor. But it's just like him. I think he did the Japanese voice of Onimusha too.
Oh, okay.
So he was the voice actor for him as well. So it'd be interesting what they do with it. I'm happy they made the HD of the first one.
Yes.
I have time to actually.
I wonder if it has the special stuff from the Xbox version, because initially it was a PS2 only game.
Yeah.
But then they made Onimusha Genma, which was an Xbox exclusive that had like slightly better graphics, and it had added some content. So
I have no clue. So I'll figure it out. I'll probably pick it up this week then.
Yeah, I mean that's $20, so that's not really that much of an investment.
Yeah,
so if it helps them decide on whether or not they want to make the next ones, then I'm all in. So
Yeah, Capcom was trying to bring back a lot of their properties. Her Beautiful Joe is getting a remake as well.
good. It's been a long time. Oof.
Yeah, they have a lot
And
of classics on PS2
but
also.
I would just say, if they do that game, that means they can do God Hand because that's the same like time frame when they closed down those studios.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Clover Studios were some of those people working on those games. Like it was, I forgot what they were. I think they were the Capcom 4.
yeah.
They came from 4 different studios, and one studio did not make it.
Oh.
I think it was Beautiful Joe, Resident Evil 4, God Hand, and Project number 3. I think it's called PNO3.
Yeah.
And like there was one, oh no, there was another game that never came out. Okay, I think Killer 7 might have been the replacement for God Hand. It might not have been God Hand. I think it might have been Killer 7. And that just got a remake too. I'm
Killer
a
7,
thing.
I don't think it was Capcom though.
Oh no, Killer 7 is Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. The Killer 7 is in Resident Evil 4. The gun is in the game. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was Capcom.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Cause that's the one that the dude that did this one. Fuck, I can't think of the name of the game. With No More Heroes.
Yeah, and that's coming out real soon, isn't it? The Switch versions.
Yeah.
Are they out yet?
I think it's next week.
Next week. So damn. Yeah, timing. But there's a lot of stuff. Just to finish the list off of new stuff. Vane, which is a game I'm not familiar with. That's 25. The other game I really wanted to mention was Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Which this never came out in the US, I don't believe, because there was a PS3 exclusive version of the game. Yeah. That game back in the day when it came out in the States was an Xbox exclusive, 360. And so that was like one of the big things where they were like, Japanese developers are collaborating with Xbox, which was supposed to be a big deal because if you knew the history of Xbox in Japan, it was pretty much non-existent because the Japanese did not buy Xboxes at all. Like, it's a really bad number. If you think the Wii U failed, you see the Xbox One numbers, like the original Xbox numbers in Japan. It's like, I don't even think it passed 100,000. Like, it's real bad. So for Xbox 360, they had an initiative to, I guess, reach out to the Japanese developers, and this game was made for 360. And unfortunately, like everything else, if it gets popular, they lie to you, and then it comes out on the other system like 2 years later. So there you go. So finally, this one is coming out on PS4. And Tales of Vesperia is a very good game. A very good one of those Tales games because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think in recent history, it's probably like the most, I don't want to say like loved, but I guess like it just has the most positive affinity towards it. I guess they like the voice actors. I think it's not Yuri Lowenthal. It's not the main guy. It's I think Liam O'Brien is the main character.
Okay.
And I know personally a lot of young females liked the main lead because I know a lot of girls who played that game. Yeah. They like Yuri, the dude with the long black hair. But the cool thing about this version of the game is it includes two new playable characters. One that wasn't in the game, and one that he was there but you just couldn't use him. And that's Flynn, which was in the game. And there's another one, a Pirate Princess Patty or something like that. And she's related to a character that runs throughout the entire Tales series named R.I.P, who's supposed to be some legendary pirate. And I don't know if he's in one of the games. I think he might be in like one of the first few games. I think there was one for Super Nintendo, I want to say. And he might be in here somewhere. Anyway. And then, let's see, oh wow, Bubble Bobble came out this week, apparently.
Bubble Bobble?
Yeah. I guess for that Neo Geo stuff that they're doing, like releasing a lot of games separately.
Okay.
So they released ACA Neo Geo Puzzle Bobble. So that's what used to be called Buster Move or Buster Groove. No, okay. Buster Move.
Buster Move.
Yeah. It's a dancing game, yeah. That came out. That's $8. And if you like PUBG, that came out. And there's a PUBG/PSN bundle, which if you like PUBG, you get that and PSN for $70, which is pretty cool. I think that's about it.
Never played PUBG. It's free on the Xbox Game Pass, but I don't find myself playing it.
It's a very specific type of game, but it blew up.
Yeah.
And it got super popular. And then, Fortnite took the formula and twisted it on its head, and then it went in a different direction. But it came from that type of 100 versus 100, I think. It's a 100-man, 100-person thing where the last one wins.
Yeah.
So I think it's born out of that idea. And then Call of Duty, there's a mode in the game called Blackout, which is based on that mode.
Yeah, everyone is trying to catch up on that.
Every man for themselves. And it's like, I think Call of Duty has 100 people. Last I heard it was like 88 or something. It was some weird number, but I think on consoles, they got it to 100. So you jump out of a plane, and then you survive until the end.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's a cool ass game.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so it's not something. It's not something my cup of tea kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel it. And then before I got away from too many games, I just wanted to go back to the sale because I think there's 2 more days left for the holiday sale.
Yeah,
and there's some pretty cool stuff that's there that wasn't there before. There's specifically GTA 5 is $14. Thief Remake, well, the HD version of Thief. I think from Xbox and PS2. I'm not sure if it was 360 and PS3. That's $5. I'm trying to see what else is actually cool. Prey is there now. Prey is there, half price, $20.
Metal Gear Solid 5, the
definitive edition.
13.
That's a good deal. If
you know what's funny is that they got Phantom the Pain 5 and then the definitive version, both for the same price. So get the definitive edition because that has all the DLC.
Yeah, just do that. Dragon Ball is half off, so it's 30.
They have like all the Naruto games for like $11.99.
Yes. Oh, the other one, God of War Collection, is $4 from 15. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty good. That's a legitimately really good deal.
They have all the Resident Evil games for $7 and $8.
Damn. What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
1, 0, 4, 5, 6, and Revelation.
All right, you can leave 6 out. You can leave 6. 6 is for free, and you know what? Don't download that. Yeah. don't do it to yourself. Go ahead.
Sonic Mania, $14.99.
Oh shit!
I love Sonic Mania.
Does it have the DLC with it too? Because I know they made
that one does not. It does not have the DLC. I'll say you get the one with the DLC, even though it's not really much, but it has all the extra shit.
Yeah,
but it's an amazing game. If you never played
it has 2 characters, right? Or 1?
2 extra characters. Yeah.
2 extra characters.
Yeah.
Cool. And they have different playstyles, which is a cool thing.
Yeah, one flies like glides, and the other one is just hardened because it's like an armadillo.
Gotcha. Still not underrated, but like people forget that was really good.
Sonic Mania was fantastic.
Yes. That was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Yakuza 0 is $15.
Oh, and there's also a sale on the PC version too. I saw that on Kotaku.
Yeah.
For the Tales games, there's 2 more on sale. Tales of Vesperia, which has been $60 for the longest time. I've heard mixed things about it, but it's now $15. And then there's and their names are so close too. I think it's Vesperia. Yeah, Tales of Vesperia is 14 as well. So if you want to get a bunch of Tales games, now's the time to do it. Oh yeah, what was you saying? Bubsy was on sale?
Bubsy, $11.99.
Yeesh.
It's as bad as you remember. Don't buy it.
Yeah, it's no bueno. Also, Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition, just because it has all the DLC, is $25, and each one is $14.99 separately. So don't do that if you never bought Dark Souls.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown 6 and 5 for $5.99.
I don't know which one of those is really bad. There's one of those that is absolute trash, and one of those that is actually really good. I think 6 is the good one, because that came after 5. Because 5, I think there was 2 versions of 5.
5 was the first 3D one.
I thought that was Sin.
Yeah.
Because remember Samurai Showdown Sin was like that kind of realistic looking one?
Okay, I don't know. I think I stopped playing Samurai Shodown.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what everybody did. And just another random one, 75% off JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven, and it's the bundle with all the DLC. And that's that fighting game that no one thought would ever come out in the US, and it did. So if you didn't get it, go ahead. It's only $14, $15. All the DLC. It's all right. It's not the best fighting game out there, but it's a 3D fighter, and if you like it, it's pretty cool. It's not balanced at all.
I remember playing the first 2D fighter of JoJo.
Yeah,
it was on the Dreamcast.
Such a fun game, but it's then again you look into high level play, and that game is busted.
Yeah.
Yo, the bird, what's it? Pet Shop. He is banned. You cannot use Pet Shop. He's too good. Just too good. But yeah, that's a fun game. And having now seen the anime and completely having my mind attuned to get all the references again, now I like that game even more. Because the PlayStation version had like a weird story mode that told you the entire story, and I didn't understand any of it because I didn't know what JoJo was. Okay. And so I'm sitting there playing and like, oh, this is interesting as hell. There's a thing on the plane that's trying to kill everybody, like a bug on the plane that can kill everybody. There's like the gambling dude that wagers your life and stuff. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff in that's just like foreign to you if you never knew what JoJo was. And then if you go through life and somehow find either the manga or you watch the anime, it's like, oh, I get it. Like, why is Dio so bad? Oh, that's why he's so bad. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So that's awesome. And it does have the steamroller on it.
Yeah.
The thing where he falls out of the sky.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's about it for the PSN sale. I just wanted to say it because, it's almost over.
Yeah, it's like 2 more days.
And, like, there's legitimately a lot of good stuff in there. And a lot of stuff that got remade and stuff. Like, I also see Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The remake is $10. So, like, hey, man, I ain't play no video games, but I sure as hell love me some Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2. I can't tell you how many people I've heard say that.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, they
have Last Guardian, $10.99.
Really? Wow. All right, listen. There's some stuff on there. I might have to look.
Yeah, I just saw Last Guardian on here. I know that was a big weight of a game.
Mm-hmm.
That finally came out and didn't do so well.
It did well enough for them to do that game. What's the name of the game that came out before it?
Shadow of Colossus.
It did good enough for them to do the remake.
Okay, for sure.
So that's a good.
It did its job then.
So yeah. Basically, it did its job. It got the remake of the better game done. So it's funny.
You got the Sega Classics. Sega Classics is things.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's the same one you got?
Yeah. It's $19.79. It's the price.
Do you remember how big the list of the games on that was? Was it like...
It's a solid list. It's missing some key ones, but other than that,
yes, I remember we did have an episode where we discussed that. You're right.
Yeah, there's missing some key ones because of copyright issues, but it got most of the stuff there.
Also, you know what? On PS3, motherfucking Demon Souls is on sale. If you have never played Demon Souls, you owe it to yourself. If you like Souls at all, play Demon Souls. That's a really good game.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but it's a good game. Like, I think that, to me personally, that's my favorite of the Soul series. It's not up its own ass with the lore, like 3 is. It's not just fan service. It's not full of bad bosses like 1 is. Like, I love Dark Souls, but it's got some bad bosses in there. Especially the fucking tree. Ugh. No bueno.
Soul Calibur's on sale.
Which one? 6?
Yeah. 41.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Go down a little more.
Why not? Like, yeah.
Demon Souls PS3.
Yeah, PS3. that's not a PS4 game. So, but like, I don't know what's holding that up. Please, I'll take an HD remake of that any day over almost anything. To be honest.
Nintendo is actually doing great in sales. I think they beat out the Christmas sales of both systems.
Oh, nice.
Nintendo's doing
They have anything on that's new to the store this week?
Not really. I think Smash Brothers they had the Onimusha remake is on there, so I might pick that up. I've been on Diablo, and that's been pretty good. If you played any of the Diablo games, you know how addicting those games can be. No Nintendo licensed games until I think March. There is actually the Mario Wii U game is coming out. The Super Mario Brothers U.
Oh wow!
It's coming out on the Switch.
They're remaking it. Oh, nice.
Yeah, and selling it for full price. That's how Nintendo gets you. They make games, say it's remake, and sell it full price. Wow.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They did that with freaking Mario Kart. Mario Kart was a remake. It wasn't a brand new game.
You're right. Wow.
They're like, hey,
for shame.
We added 2 more characters for you.
Okay, we'll pay.
It's still a fantastic game, though. They did fix enough things to make it feel like a new game to extent, but it's still the old game.
Okay. I mean, look, as long as you can still feel not robbed at the end of the day, then it's all good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's all that really counts.
You don't feel abused.
Yeah, because, like, for instance, there's so many of those things on there that are basically remakes of games from, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But as long as they do some kind of work, because, just slapping a nice shiny coat of paint on every game isn't going to work. Some games, it helps because, they did have bad frame rate, and not everybody has a PC powerful enough to just play everything. But then again, if you think about it, if it's a game from the PS3 and 2 era, PCs pretty much can handle those now. So if you got an old PC, you can play some PS3 games. Just saying. But don't emulate them. Don't emulate them. That's illegal. Don't do that.
They'll find you faster than anything.
Oh my goodness. I'm still saying this is why backwards compatibility should never have been taken out. God, because there is no readily accessible way for me to play the library of PS2 games that I have without a converter and all types of stuff. Because remember, those games ran in native 480.
Yeah.
And you can't play the PS2 on a 1080 TV correctly. It doesn't work right.
They do have
flashing.
They do have HDMI connections, but they're pricey, and then 2, sometimes they don't work the way they're supposed to either.
Yeah, the only way I found to get around that was with the capture software, is that you have to have the capture software on because it puts it into a different mode where it's ready to capture, and you see it changes the TV will say picture changed, so it changes to a different mode. And what I noticed is if you don't have that on, you will get flashes every few seconds or whatever because of CRTs, I think it was made for. And so that you can't record with that. So what the capture software does is, I guess it is able to capture in 480. So it can set it to a mode where it's ready to be viewed in 480, which thankfully for a non-technical person like me is just thank you. So I don't have to buy a whole kit and everything. I could just turn that on and the flashing stops. And my brain don't explode, and that's good. So I appreciate that. But yes, I would love it if the PS4 or whatever the next system is going to be would just say, screw it. We're not going to mess with you guys anymore. We know you have libraries and backlogs. We're just going to let you play everything.
I think what they're going to do easily is just add all the classic stuff into a pass.
I mean, that's the best idea for today.
Yeah. Because
it seems to be working on Xbox.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do with it. I think it's not going to be you're going to be able to use your old library. It's going to be more, you buy this pass monthly and you're able to play all this while you have the pass membership.
Well, I would still say I don't like that as the final solution.
Yeah.
I like it as a side thing, but if they're not getting rid of the disk drives, then I don't want to hear excuses.
That's
That's
the
all I'm
thing.
saying.
The fact that I think little by little, I think the next generation of consoles, I think they're not gonna have a disk drive.
There's rumors about the Xbox not having one for sure. I've seen that, and so like they've got their Game Pass up and running, so they know. And Sony has theirs, but it's not as deep,
I think
and it should be.
I think Xbox doing something smart with it, even though they like the lack of like two console games that like directly console games they have, but with their exclusives, they go directly on the pass.
Yeah,
like from start. Like I could put Crackdown as a pre-order on the pass because I have the pass.
Yes.
So I could download the game already, and then when it comes out, it goes directly into my library.
Nice. So that's a smart thing. Looking forward, but we'll see what they do. But again, I still want my purchases to be validated.
Yeah, that's the thing that I see where it's gonna go is the fact that everything's gonna be digital. I think that's gonna be it's gonna get there to some point, and the fact that Xbox is really lying. They sold their mistakes with the Xbox One, as in them taking out the backwards compatible just to bring it back. And then it cost them a lot of money because they had to restructure their whole software for it. So for them to do the pass, able to give you all these games with the pass for like a measly price of $10 a month, and you're able to pay about 1,000 some games for that little thing. But nothing that you own before, but anything that you own before that could go into this drive was able to be playable. Now, without the disc, you ain't gonna be able to touch it.
But the thing that they better not do, because then you can't. If you get rid of actual backwards compatibility, like as in internally, even without a disc drive, that means that you can't play the digital games either. So they can't do that.
Yeah.
So
Let's see what happens.
So I hope no system tries to cut off the ecosystem from the past. I think Microsoft is too smart for that now.
Yeah.
And Sony, they're the ones that kind of, once they get the lead back like they did this generation, I hope they don't get their head up their ass like they did with the PS3. When I don't know if you remember, oh yes, everyone will get 2 jobs to buy a PlayStation 3. And then what happened? Ain't nobody buy that shit till they drop the price. So again, hopefully being in the lead doesn't turn them into, a tyrant, basically.
Yeah.
That only believes that they're right. So, because the only problem I have with Sony is that their library goes past Xboxes because they have 2 consoles before the Xbox.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's a lot of shit on PS1 and PS2 that's really playable and not just nostalgia games. You know what I mean? So I hope in some way, shape, or form they can officially let you play those, because right now they're starting it, but it's not there. Like I could look at the PS2 lineup, it's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff, but there's still too much stuff that's obscure, and I don't want anything to be left off. That's the problem. It's like, I don't want there to be a game that's too obscure to be on your pass. I want that stupid fireworks game to be on there. What was it, Fantasia? Yeah. Like I want everything. That's what I want.
Yeah, that goes into the.
So if there's no disc, I'll take that.
That also goes in the company and the copyright. So it's like the Turtles arcade game that was on 360. That's never going to be backwards compatible unless they get the okay from Konami and Ubisoft to do it.
But that's not what I mean. I'm talking about the stuff that they own that's on their servers now.
Yeah.
Like my Final Fantasy VII is digital.
Yeah.
On PS3, I think it is. So I could download the PS1 version on PS3. But because they closed the ecosystem, I can't download that on PS4. But they'll sell me the HD version, which is the same game, just at a different resolution on PS4 now.
That's bullshit. Yeah.
So why do you have one system, one PSN, but it's closed off, and I can't download my PlayStation 1 game on my play? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope they figure that out.
Yeah, that's something Xbox got. Pretty.
Yes, that's the thing they have down pat. Yes,
because if you have the Xbox One copy, you're able to play it.
So I hope in the future with a discless, if that's the way of the future, that they remember the purchases you made on their download system.
Yeah,
because it does get annoying if you've owned Nintendo consoles, and Nintendo owners can tell you this. If you participated with all their stores, for them to not honor your purchases when you go to the next hardware, and if it's digital, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's weird. So it's a way for them to make you basically buy the same games over again.
Yep.
So I don't like that from any company. So whenever I see that, I get a little like, I don't like that.
Yeah. So yes, it's gonna come soon. So we're gonna see what the next generation is gonna hold for us as gamers, because probably within 2 years they're gonna announce them.
Well, I know that E3 2019 is where Xbox is supposed to show their stuff. Who knows what Sony's doing? There's no confirmation of their show.
Yeah,
they left E3. So that's up in the air. There's no confirmation on what the name of this show is, where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I'm pretty sure we'll know what Xbox is up to this year.
Yeah. But yeah, their Game Pass is doing well, so hopefully I
heard it was like for $1 recently, right?
Yeah, for the whole month of December, it was $1 to start.
Yeah,
so you get a whole month of it for $1. So you can play Forza Horizon 4 for $1 for a month.
Yep.
So
I recommend
it. Think about that. Like again, Crackdown's going directly on the pass. So if you don't want to pay $60 for Crackdown, you could pay for the pass for a month and see if you like it or not.
Did they put out a trailer for it?
Since
they announced it?
They did in December. It wasn't that again. I haven't been crazy about the game, so I haven't really been paying attention to it, to be honest. Sure.
Gotcha. I'm like, again, we all love Terry Crews, but I haven't seen any more of the game playing.
Yeah, it was like a nice scene.
Nice explosion demo they did a long time ago.
Yeah, and it still looks nothing like the game that they showed a long time ago.
Oh,
they changed the look of the game.
But that looks so cool. Yeah. Does it still look? Did you see it? Does it still look cool?
It looks alright. It looks like they dumbed down the graphics a little bit to do other things, but it looks alright. If
they can pull off that large scale destruction that can change to servers or whatever, then all right, I'm all for that. I like to see that. Well, I don't really have anything else to speak, Mark. What about you?
Got it. Yeah, that's about it. This has been a quiet week for other things. A lot of wrestling.
Yes, a lot of wrestling. Wrestle Kingdom 13 just happened. Tons of good stuff in WWE. A lot of stuff in the indies going on. Yeah, stuff is popping off right now in wrestling.
Yeah. We got Kingdom Hearts later this month. We got that jump.
We know it's real because it was leaked. Jump Superstar?
Yeah, that's coming out this month as well.
Okay.
So
have you seen anything about that you like?
I'm not really into the anime-ish fighting games like that. Like Dragon Ball I got into because it was more like Marvel's Capcom. But everything else I'm not really into those, so I had some interest in it.
Ooh, Merc. Okay, so did you hear about the controversy regarding the owners of the rights to Dragon Ball?
Oh no, I have not.
What had happened for a good week was that there was talks about the owners of, I think it's Toei, the people who own the rights to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Were going to pull them from. They were pulling the game from tournaments.
Oh, okay.
They didn't want Dragon Ball to be associated with fighting game tournaments. I don't know why. And that's weird. I don't know. That's just Toei. That was the decision they made, right? So what had happened was that Namco, they basically promoted the guy. I think his name is Kazuhiro Harada.
Yeah.
Who's the Tekken guy. The guy. Don't ask me for shit. Yeah. So they promoted him to the head of basically their esports / tournament division for all games. So now he's not just Tekken. He's responsible for supervising what goes on with the tournaments for all of the Namco games. So that means Soul Calibur and Dragon Ball Fighters. Okay. So with that move, that means that I guess that's what Toei wanted, was to have somebody represent the division that the game was going to be. I don't know what it was, but he basically assured the fans that there will be a whole season of tournaments and stuff going forward. So don't worry about the game getting taken from tournaments and whatnot. So it was a scary situation for the game, but it looks like it cleared itself up, which is pretty cool.
That's good.
Yep.
That's probably one of the hottest games on this year.
I assume somebody had to sit the people down in charge and be like, look at these dollar signs. Exactly. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we love Goku and the Dragon Ball movie just came out, but it's not doing those numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Calm your tits, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Relax. So good to see somebody got some sense talking to them, and that Dragon Ball FighterZ will continue to be in, I guess. Well, see, I don't even know if it's esports when it comes to fighting games. I think it's just you call them the FGC. But it's good to see that it will still be in the tournament scene, which is awesome. So cool shit. And that's about it. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I have been Louis Beans, along with Mark with the Mic.
Yep.
You can check us out on all of our social media and all of our internet dwellings. We have a YouTube where this will go up. That is RedCycloneInc. We also have a SoundCloud, RedCycloneInc as well. Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, all RedCycloneInc. And Merc has all the same things. He's got his YouTube where we did the Wrestling Babble. You can find that. Merc with the Mic, you can find that on his YouTube. His SoundCloud is also Merc with the Mic, Instagram, Tumblr, and Facebook also. And Twitter, yes.
And Twitch.
So, yes, Twitch, that's right. You got anything new up on Twitch?
Oh yeah, I did the first couple stuff, or the Fist of the North Star.
Yes.
Which is pretty much Yakuza in Fallout Yakuza.
Fallout Yakuza, that's awesome.
Yeah, because this is like in the desert wasteland and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically Mad Max.
Yeah, it's fun so far.
Okay, good. So make sure you check that out on his Twitch channel. That's Mark with the Mic. And now you have all. Oh, don't forget about the blog, the WordPress blog, where these podcasts and some of the playthroughs go up. So you have all the information. It's all RedCycloneInc. No excuses. Do it.
Always remember, follow Jenkins.
Sandwiches. He's on a higher floor now, so he can throw sandwiches down on you.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah. He's pretty high up in that building.
Yep.
All right, so peace
out. Later.
You will get beat down. Check. I'm strong arming them, bomb harder and slaughter the common men. Conquering all combatants, compliments on my dominance. My prominence, leaving them petrified. They get the consequence of stepping high. Their opulence is set aside. My providence gets rectified. Check it, I'm the baddest man alive. Damn, it's planets with a jab, the savage beast will not survive. I'm the king. Set the swing on any thinking across of me. Next to blink gets lost to me. Set them deep in the coffin, feet below the earth. Underground, my stomping ground. Thoughts will drown when I'm in town, rocking the ground with shock just by walking around. May they never rest in peace, but may I rest on them an inaudible requiem. Hit hard to the chest of them, I beckon them. Who want it? Standing on a mountain peak as the blood of my enemies drip from my fists to the heap at my feet. They wanted beef, they getting grounded to oblivion. A synonym of sinister, the end is what I'm giving them. Yo, who want it? Knuckles clenched, blood drenched kid. Yo, who want it? Come stepping hungry, get fed. Yo, who want it? Hearing all the challenges called through the battles and brawl. I stand and they fall as they hand on the yo, who want it? Knuckles clenched, blood drenched kid. Yo, who want it? Come stepping hungry, get fed. Yo, who want it? Hearing all the challenges called through the battles and brawl. I stand and they fall as a hand on the jaw. My haymaker, slave player, shake haters greater than a golden state. Quake will break the golden gate. Leave them in a swollen state. Holding weight that motivates the fake to go escape before I break and straight unload my hate until they face. Hold it, wait. Everything you own, I take. Editing my enemies, no weaponry will slow my pace. Generous with genocide and those who standing in my way. Settle them like sediment. My throne is planted on their graves. Save your sympathy for homelessness and your meekness for holy rolls. Yo, I got a bone to pick and it's the femur of a former foe. Slow your roll. A genius with a mean fist and a potent goal. Hold your hope of beating me if suddenly you're feeling bold. Told you I'm a beast and you're the bottom of my food